What's up? Welcome to Kicks of the Trade. We have a very, very special guest for us today. Unfortunately, my lovely co-host is not here today. She's out on assignment. Kels, we miss you. But I got my main man, Justin Melton, here to step in today. Hey, my guy. So a lot of people, if you don't know, my guy, Justin Melton, we actually played basketball together at the University of Mount Olive in North Carolina. And then after he left, he went on to become a superstar in the PBA, the Filipino Basketball Association. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your career, what you got going on. Well, tell me a little bit about your career, how long you've been playing and everything like that.
Hey, appreciate the intro, bro. Hey, nah, man, I've been playing, 10 years now total, professional. But I've been in the Philippines for 8 years now, closing out my 8th year.
Okay, so, closing out the 8th year. Guys just started a new season. Started the season off with a W. Good stuff. Buzzer beater.
Yeah, we just got that tonight, man. We closed it out the last second, so it's cool.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, so I know you check out the podcast. I know you follow the Business House of Trade. If you don't follow the Business House of Trade, follow it. But let's just get into it, because me and you know, we've been sneakerheads even before we were at Mount Olive. And just tell people, how'd you become a sneakerhead? When did you fall in love with sneakers? Tell them a little bit about your sneaker journey.
Yeah. So I think I started falling in love with sneakers when I actually started hooping. So you got to have that fresh pair of kicks when you're on the court. But that started at a young age. And I think the shoe that kind of, set me off was the Grant Hills. You remember those?
Okay, guys? Yeah, the Fila's. Yeah, the Fila Grant Hills.
Yeah, Fila's. Yep. The white joints with the blue.
Wow. I haven't, we haven't talked about those on here yet. Way to bring them in.
Yeah, bro. So I think those were my first love. And I think those kind of, started my love for just having a nice pair of kicks to hoop in,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now let's talk about your college days, because you came to Mount Olive with some fire. I remember you walked in when you were coming in with you and Big Tex, and you came in with the Space Jam 11s. Was that? Am I wrong? Was it the Space? It was the Space Jam 11s.
The 11s, the patent leather joints, all black ones.
Yeah, I remember. Hey, I look at feet first, so I remember you had the Space Jam 11s. And
you
then
look at my face first, though.
Nah, hell no, hell no. I got to see what my teammate got on. I was like, I can't have no teammate wearing no whack ass kicks. Okay. So I was let me see what he got on. So when I seen that, I was like, all right, I can rock with this guy, and he's from VA. Sir. Let's go.
Come on now. Yeah, so those are actually a gift from my brother-in-law. Those patents, they were the original joints. They started reselling the joint. But only wore those on special occasions,
Yeah. Go night in the pickle.
Yeah, night in the pickle. You know. I hit Andy's. They're on the.
Hey, what they know?
You don't know about Andy's.
If you know about Andy's, hey, shout out to Andy's.
Yeah,
I haven't heard about
Andy's. A lot of good times, bro.
Really good times at Andy's. And then you went on to go play overseas. Now, before you, let's talk about. Before you got your deal, I'm not going to disclose the deal, who's the deal with yet. But before you got your deal, I guess let people know about what it was like trying to acquire shoes overseas, being a professional athlete. And I don't even know, but because I have a big foot, so it's a little bit different struggle. But was it easy to get shoes because you're a pro? Was it hard because you were overseas? I guess let people know a little bit about what it's like being overseas and being a pro athlete and just trying to cop kicks over there, whether it's to play in or just to chill in.
Right. So when I first got here, coming across shoes was fairly easy, and that was because of my teammates, the guys who are already here and established. They got deals with Nike, Titan, shout out to Titan, but they're a sports apparel company out here. But a lot of those guys were signed with them, and they would get a ton of shoes, so they would just kind of, give away the ones they're not using. So I mean, that's how I was copying my first pairs out here. But you're right. The sizing is a bit different and harder to come by. Even with my foot, I'm a 12 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's hard for me to find, my size.
Right. Because over there, it's a bigger size, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people
and you only get a certain amount, I guess, of
allotted to that area,
sizes.
that region.
A lot of guys don't, they're not wearing those sizes out here. So.
Now, are you able to cop kicks like that you want, like just to rock and chill with? Like, is it easy to cop kicks like that, or is it still pretty hard as well?
Right now?
When you first came in, well, now it's not for you, but we'll talk about that in a second. But just guys who don't have deals, is it harder for them to get shoes that they want to just flex in?
Yes. I mean, we get a lot of the shoes we don't get all the shoes that come out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how all that works, but it's still fairly hard because it's only a certain amount, I guess, that's sent here. So like, there's only, a number of whatever shoes that, that might come out. So it is still kind of hard, but there's a lot more like stores like growing and stuff. Again, I mentioned Titan.
Right. Shout out to Titan too.
Shout out to Titan. Coach Jeff. But so I mean, it's growing,
right.
And the availability, it's getting there.
Yeah. One of the things I will say is though, a lot of, if you guys don't know, he's referring to over there, like in the Philippines, in Manila. That's where he plays at. So I don't know if you guys picked that up earlier, but that's what he's referring to when he says over there. Now let's talk. Good old Manila. But let's get into, this is what I was really excited about, because I remember when you first got this and you got the deal with Adidas. So if you guys don't know, Justin Melton, aka Quick Melt, aka Raton Negro, aka Mouse. That's what I call him. If you guys ever hear me say Mouse, that's what I'm referring to. I call him Mouse. But he has a deal with Adidas. He's an Adidas sponsored athlete. So tell us what that's like, because like I know people have hit me up and say, and I don't have a ton of people when I say hit me up. It's like 3 or 4. Let me not act like I get like a DMs get flooded with it. But like I know a lot of people are curious what it's like being a sponsored athlete because you're not like in the NBA, you're not like Dame Lillard or anything like that. But there are some perks that come with that, being a sponsored athlete and being a sponsored professional athlete. So just talk about what that entails, as much as you feel comfortable, obviously, and what you can and can't say contractually. But just talk about what that's like in terms of like, is it exciting? What things you can and can't get? What are some of the perks? Let people in. Let them know what it's like.
Let them in on the secret.
Like. Yeah.
Nah, it's amazing, bro. I never would have thought. You know what I mean? It's a dream come true. To be sponsored by a company like Adidas, as big as Adidas. I've been with them for 6 years now.
Okay.
And the perks are amazing, bro. Like outside of, the free gear, the free shoes that, they provide, you get to do cool things like commercials here and there, photo shoots. So like when the Adidas athletes come, so like Dame Lillard, he was out here not that long ago. Like you get a chance to be, interact with him.
Yeah.
With him being with Adidas and all, but I'm blessed, man. Like I'm super blessed, honestly.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so, shout outs to Adidas Philippines.
Yeah, shout out to Adidas Philippines. And I'm not gonna lie, you kind of made me a guy who kind of like, I was super pro Nike, like Nike checks over stripes. I'm never wearing 3 stripes. I can't mess with Adidas. And I ain't gonna lie, you're one of the people who kind of, I'm not gonna say Adidas is number 1 in my heart, but I definitely am more comfortable copping Adidas gear and wearing it now because of you. So I will give you that credit. You and my other guy, remember Justin Monroe? Justin Monroe as well.
Yeah.
His
brother was out here.
Yeah,
he's also out here.
Yep. Samuel Monroe. So he's also another guy who's kind of like helped me move to that side of Adidas. The two Justins. Shout out to you guys. Get out of here. Get out of here. But I do want to. So I do have some couple questions about your deal. So how does it work? Like, do you just call them, me like, hey, I want these shoes? Do they just send gift packages? Like, hey, we got some stuff coming out. Like, how does that work? Like, if there's like a shoe, you see a shoe coming out, do you call somebody and get it, or do they just do the? Excuse me. Do they just automatically send it to you?
Yeah. So we get. It's been different now with, the whole pandemic, but pre-pandemic, it was monthly. So you'll get X amount of shoes and apparel like hoodies and accessories, socks, and all that monthly. And nowadays, it's kind of just whenever, and like it's usually like the latest kicks that have came out. So, for example, the last box I got was with the Hardens.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen him play in one of their last games. He had the new Hardens. They were made in the Philippines by a local artist named Quicks.
Okay.
But it was a huge deal out here, like, because, Filipino artist,
right,
collabed with Adidas, and all of a sudden James Harden is wearing it. So it was a big deal, man. But no, those shoes were in the last package along with a couple shirts. So it's things like that. It's usually monthly, like you'll get, gift packs.
Do you ever get something and be like, man, I'm like, I kind of don't want this, but because I know you're very philanthropic, so like you like to donate your stuff to the kids once you're done with it, or if you just feel like you have an OLO. But do you ever get something and be like, man, I wish I would have got like the Yeezy 450s or like the Yeezy 700s? Do you ever like wish you got something and, like, is there something that Adidas dropped and you didn't get and you were like, damn,
like, dang, I missed those?
Yeah. Or do you call a guy?
Not so much. So like when it comes to like the exclusive, you mentioned like Yeezys and stuff, like those stuff we mentioned earlier, like we only get a certain amount like in the country. So even with those, sometimes like I'll call up like, hey, can I reserve? And a lot of times it's, depending on how many pairs they have, like it's a yes or no. So there have been times where it's like I missed out on some like Yeezys or something, but nothing to the point where I'm like, bid or anything. I'm cool with anything, honestly. I appreciate it all. So
what's your favorite shoe to play in right now? Is it the Dames, the Hardens, or something or other? And I'll ask you something after this.
Yeah.
And why?
I'm hooping with the Donovan Mitchells right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot Donovan Mitchell's with Adidas. Yeah.
Yeah. And Trae Young also.
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't tried those yet, but the Donovan Mitchells, I'm in love with, bro. They're super comfortable. The design is cool.
Yeah, I've seen him because he came out with some like Spider-Man colorway type ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. What color are you wearing? What colors do you prefer to wear? Do you just wear whatever they give you, or do you like wearing the funky colors, or you stick with the solid black and whites?
It all depends. Like if I'm feeling cute, like I'll wear like the lime green boys, what I mean? Or if it's like all business, like I'll go with plain like black and whites and stuff, straightforward. It depends, shoes, like they make you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, look good, play good.
So like, yeah, for the times where I'm feeling like my hair's falling right, I'll put the lime greens on, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, the Donovan Mitchells. I also mess with the Hardens for sure.
Okay. I've seen you in the Hardens too, like some of the games I've watched online.
I love them. Yeah, those two specific. I messed with the Dames also. I don't know, man. Like, and I'm excited about the Trae Youngs.
Do you have the Trae Youngs and haven't worn them yet, or you don't have them yet?
I don't have them yet. And the thing is, I haven't seen them out here yet. I don't know if they hit here yet.
Okay.
Have they released in the States?
You know what? So Trae Young, I don't know if he actually necessarily has a signature shoe, as more so he has his own PE, so his own colorway. I don't think he has a
Okay. Yeah.
signature yet. I know he has a PE. So like the ice trays, you know those Adidas, I don't know what they're called, the ones with no laces.
Okay.
He hoops in those. I know those aren't his, but like they have the
colorway.
the Trae Young colorway where like the blue for ice tray and then like the Hawks colorway. So I don't think he has a shoe yet. So I don't even know if
I'm
you
sure
have those no lace joints.
Yeah. No, I don't have those, but I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. After his run in the
Boys,
playoffs this year, he's
he's
got to have
cold.
his own shoe.
Yes, you
It's chilly out here. So he has, I think he's next. I don't know, man. Like he did really well in the playoffs. Like I'm not gonna lie, to be completely honest with you, I thought he'd just be another guy who could shoot the ball in the league. But he definitely like elevated his game to another level, and I got a whole new level of respect for Trae Young. I mean, all those Adidas guys can really hoop, like really put the ball in the basket. Donovan Mitchell's another guy who I personally feel really doesn't get a ton of respect. Like, and those guys under 25, I don't see how he's not number one or number two. I mean, everybody gives Luka Doncic all this love, and I see why. But Donovan Mitchell's keeping his team consistently number one or number two in a super loaded West. So, and for a guy who's drafted so low and people didn't expect that much from him, I got to give Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, he's been really killing it. So let's talk about that. Who are some of the guys in the NBA, either past or present, that you kind of emulate your game after? Because for people who haven't seen you play, because I know who you play like, but for people who've never seen you play, who would you say were some of your hoop idols or you modeled your game after?
Right. So being from Virginia, it's kind of obvious, bro. Bubba Chuck.
AI. If you don't know who Bubba Chuck is, that's Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. I remember watching his crossover videos on YouTube like over and over and over, like trying to slow it down. Like, look at all the details and stuff. I definitely AI for sure. He was inspiration growing up.
I think every guard from around our way tried to have somewhat of Allen Iverson in their game.
Bro, at his height, doing the things he was doing consistently,
his level of athleticism.
Awesome. Yeah.
Speaking of athleticism, a lot of people don't know this. Well, a lot of people do know this, but Mouse was quite athletic back in the day when we were in college. He's still pretty athletic right now. And so I'm going to do this. I know he doesn't want me to do this, but I don't care. Justin's claim to fame is that he went viral. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. He went viral for his slam dunk contest in the Philippines. And I'm not talking like viral. I'm talking like multi-million views viral. He had a slam dunk contest in the Philippines. It was on ESPN. The dunk contest was on ESPN, but the video showed up on ESPN for, let's say, for a dunk attempt that was supposed to be a prank, but everybody thought it was a real dunk attempt, and they just ESPN took it and ran with it. The internet took it and ran with it. So if oh my God, so I was actually coaching at Mount Olive when that video came out. And when the video came out, I lied to you not, I was getting blown up. Like, yo, is that Justin? Is that Mouse? Blah, 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 blah. Yo, did you see Mouse? Did you see Mouse? And I was
What's he doing?
Yeah, they was like, what is he doing? I was like, bro, it was a prank. Like, it was a prank. Because I had talked to you before anyway. And I was like, bro, he's joking. Like, I could clearly tell because I know you. And then he was clearly joking. And everybody's like, nah, he ain't joking. I'm like, bro, I know this guy. He's joking. So then I talked to you. You told me. But it's funny because when I first saw it, I was in the weight room. I was in the Pope Wellness lifting. And I'm just like, ESPN is on the TV. And I look. And it says,
you see my group up there?
I saw you up there. And I was like, bro, what the F? I said, yo, this guy is up here acting.
We made it.
I was like, yo, we famous, yo. I was like, yo. So I told Joey, I told everybody on the staff, like, yo, look at Mouse. But it was cool. It was like a nice moment for Mount Olive, a nice moment for you, a great moment for the PBA. So It was, and the thing is, it was a lot of fun. You know, you have fun with it, so that's always a good time. But go check that video out. When you, what should they put to find it? What should they put in the, like? What should they look up?
Just Justin Melton dunks. I'm sure it'll show up.
Yeah. Justin Melton.
Let me clear the air, bro.
All right, clear the air. Do you?
First of all, right, what had happened was
the famous word.
That was the first round of the dunk contest out here. My first 3 attempts were serious. Like I was trying, I think it was like a windmill or something like that, and I missed. So me and my old teammate Joe DeVance, what up, Joe?
Shout out, Joe.
He came up with the idea before. He's like, bro, like if you don't make your attempts, like let's do the old. I don't know if you saw Baron Davis prank.
Yeah.
So it was just that. So I was like, all right, cool, right? And so we did it. I did the whole blindfold thing, jumped from the free throw line, didn't get anywhere near the basket on purpose. And yeah, it was just a prank, to get, the crowd just like, right. I knew I was out anyway. I missed my attempts and time is running out. So that was just like a thing just to make the crowd. We didn't know it was going to go viral like that. I mean, my dad hit me up. He was talking about his coworkers were talking like, is that your son? And I had old teammates from Brazil messaging me like, bro, I saw you on, ESPN and stuff like that. I was like, yeah. But it was a prank, you know. When in my younger days, I could actually dunk a little bit.
Right. Hey, if you don't know, go check those videos out because there are some videos of him like really throwing it down. His signature is the reverse 2-hand. Yee.
You feel me? Nah.
But I'm glad you cleared the air on that, bro.
Nah, good times, bro.
Good times. Man, that is a crazy situation. That joint was crazy. So let's talk about some of the Adidas stuff. Okay. So what are some of your like favorite shoes ever made by Adidas, past or present? And then or what are some of your favorite shoes that you own? And then also, what are some shoes you don't own by Adidas that you would love to get your hands on? And I'll give you mine because I got one for sure.
Let me know, bro. My favorite Adidas shoe, the Wave Runners.
Ooh, okay.
Wave Runners.
Okay, yeah.
So I got my hands on those. I appreciate that shoe so much.
Is that the original dad shoe?
It's different. The silhouette is different. The color palette is unique. I think that's why, even if I wasn't signed with Adidas, like I would still rock with Adidas because they're so avant-garde. They're so bold when it comes to creating shoes. So they won't just partner with, athletes or like basketball players. They'll partner with rappers. They'll partner with
gamers,
yoga instructors, gamers. You know what I mean?
Artists, designers.
Like that guy here, local artists. And they come up with these cool ideas that's so out of the norm and out of the box. And I think, me personally, that's what it takes to make a classic shoe. That's what it, it takes those chances. You know what I mean? Some silhouettes, some shoes don't always hit. There's some Yeezys that are just they're, with any shoe. There's some Nike shoes
absolutely.
Just but I appreciate them trying, those experimenting in those different lanes. Because again, that's where, the classics are born. That's where the new shell toes are born. That's where,
very true.
The new, what's those one shoes? They look like Tracy McGrady's, the old Tracy McGrady's.
Oh man, I know what you're talking about.
Bro, somebody's wearing them today. It's gonna bug me.
I'll put it in our comments. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of them.
They got Tracy McGrady's. McGrady. I think they're Tracy McGrady's. Yeah, Adidas.
Is it? It's not the Yeezy 500s, is it?
Nah.
With the bottom? They got that Kobe bottom.
Pro models.
The pro models, yes.
Pro
The pro
models.
models.
Yeah.
The pro models. The pro models have that Tracy McGrady and that shell toe vibe merged together because it has the shell toe top with the kind of like a Tracy McGrady body kind. But they also added some more tech in that heel. I mean, in that not heel, but that arch, the arch support in the new pro models. But so what shoe that what's an Adidas that you don't have that you want?
Adidas that I don't have.
Adidas Philippines, are you guys listening? My guy needs these shoes.
Shout out to Jen.
Jen.
That's the ace right there. Jen and Miss Cat. They got the hookup out here. Man. I want to say, they're the boot cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the 700s.
Yes, the 700. Oh no, the 700s are the. But I know what you're talking about. The 750s.
They're the boot cuts. They're the ones that look like
the ones that you have. Oh, the boots.
Yeah, they're like boots. They got like the gel bottom and the boot cut silhouette. The all black ones of those I think are so dope. Jen, he
needs those.
You heard that? Yeah. Nah, I don't even think they released out here. Honestly,
I don't think so either.
Nah,
I'm almost sure they didn't because they were super rare here in the United States.
Super rare, and it's so hot here too. I'll still rock them though.
I know you would.
I'll still rock them.
I think one of the shoes that I want from Adidas, I kind of want them to retro them. I hope they do. Is the original 350 Turtle Doves. I love those Turtle Dove Yeezys. Yeah. Those are so fire. I think the original
Those Yeezys, are the first joints that came out, right?
Yeah, the very first ones. I think I just love them. I like what they did. Like when they first came out, like everybody was going crazy. Like, okay, this is Kanye's first shoe with Adidas. It was just something very different at the time. I was like, man, at first I was like kind of torn on them. Cause like I've never been an Adidas guy, but I was like, man, these are fire. Like I gotta have these. But Adidas at that time, Yeezys weren't coming out on my size. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just let it go and take an L. Now to try to get them is like you're gonna pay like 5 G's for them at least.
Right.
So
those turtle doves are tough.
Yeah, bro. I love the turtle doves. Also, I wanted to talk about you're a huge fan of the Adidas Y3s. Like that whole Y3 collection, that Y3 line. What about that? It just really resonates with you because I've seen you like wear like the chanclas, which are like the slides, the Mr. Miyagi type slides.
Yes, sir.
Like you really love that Y3 whole look. What about that collaboration with Adidas and I forgot the guy's name who does the Y3 stuff?
Yohji Yamamoto.
Yamamoto,
Japanese designer.
Yes. What about that just resonates you? Because I know you kind of have a somewhat of an affinity for the Japanese culture. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Right. So with Y3, some of their silhouettes, like when it comes to the slides or the slippers, they're so minimal. Like they're so slick. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. But also on the flip side, again, it's the silhouettes that he comes up with. It's not just your normal looking shoe cut, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it might be bulky here and it might have extra straps here, you know what I mean? It's bold, you know, and I like that, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like they're in a box or in their comfort zone. Like they're really exploring, like, you know, let's add a strap here, let's add, you know, and that is what I love about specifically Y3. Another one, you know, the Pusha T silhouettes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Oswego's?
I love that shoe. Huh?
Oswego's?
Yeah. I like the Bodega colorway. That brown one, the Bodega. I love that shoe. And they have the fish scale ones too.
Right. Oh, those fish scale ones are tough. So like again, it's the silhouette for me. It's like a dad shoe cut, a bit on the bulky side, but
almost like
it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. I like it. those Yeezy Slides, the new Yeezy Slides that came out.
I got a pair.
Word up! I ain't even.
I got a pair. I got the resins. Shout out to Al Cheney.
See?
Al Cheney, he hooked me up with those. He got
you up?
He hooked me up,
Yeah,
and he sold them to me for retail. He's a good dude, man. He always looks out for me. Shout out to Al Cheney.
Al Cheney. So like again, like if you look at that cut, the look of that specific slide, nothing like it.
Super comfortable. Super
nothing
comfortable.
Like it.
And you know I don't have my toes out.
So they're really comfortable like that.
Oh my God, they're so comfortable. And you know me, I don't have my toes out. But when I wear those, you got to have the dogs out. You got to have the dogs out.
Your toes like this?
They be like, nah, I got good toes, man. My toes ain't all crisscross throwing up gang signs.
Bro, I see your toes, cuz.
Bro,
your toes are like this, bro.
No, they not. Hey, I'm not gonna post a picture of my feet, but I promise you my feet are not like that. But I will say this. It's a slide you can't wear with socks because it really conforms and hugs to the foot. If it's a good fit, but it's not made to wear with a sock unless you get it sized up.
See, and I just think it's so dope. Like the style of it kind of grew on me when I first saw them. I was like,
same.
Because again, like you've never seen them before, but that for some reason, like Yeezy specifically, they grow on you. Even like the turtle does. Like
even his music is like that. Kanye's music is like that.
It grows on you.
He's ahead of the curve. He's ahead of the curve. Usually 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, he's usually ahead of the curve. I've always said that. About absolutely, 1000% agree. All right, so I know you got something cooking. We've talked about it a couple times. You shown me some of these things. If you guys don't know because he hasn't come out with it publicly, but I guess this is like the unveiling. But Justin is coming out with his own clothing line called. Is it officially called Parlay? Is that what you're gonna go with?
That's the name I'm going with right
Parlay,
now.
PAR-LEH Parlay. Talk about your clothing line, man. What's that about? I know you're really excited about it. You're somebody who's like, I'll give you your roses. You're somebody who I looked at when I was in college as like somebody in fashion. You really got me like really being comfortable, trying new things, and really putting myself out there fashion-wise. You and my brother Nick, really made me really feel comfortable about trying new things and being really fashionable. And even to this day, like you're super fashionable. You did some modeling while you were out there. You still currently do some modeling. So talk about your clothing line, man. What inspired you? Just let the people know about your clothing line, because I'm excited about it, man. I think once you come out with it, that's all I'm gonna wear is my stuff, House of Trade, and your stuff, to be honest with you.
Man, you know what? When it came to the clothing line, honestly, if I'm being 100%,
that's what I want. That's why you're here.
Honest, I'm tired of like designer. Since there's nothing against like the designs and the garments and brands. If I'm paying X amount for a shirt that I barely wear, it's kind of like, what am I doing in a sense? So I'm in a point in my life where I just want to kind of cleanse my wardrobe in a sense. So like I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, specifically like designer stuff, and I'm just making my own, just like minimal, like comfortable, sustains and or works in the Filipino heat out here because it's hot.
Yes.
And I look like, because I got a hoodie on, but it's hot. I'm just used to the heat out here. But that's kind of where it came about. Like I've always been into design, and I always had somewhat of an eye for fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just thought it would be fun just to make my own clothes. So that's where it started, just making my own. stuff, like cuts that I like, cuts that are comfortable, fabric I like. And then it kind of just evolved into like a mini clothing line. And, you know, it's still a hobby for me. Like, I don't expect much from it. I don't want much from it. Just the process of creating garments is enough for me. And if it sells, cool. If not, cool, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So it's that.
That's awesome,
it's just
man.
that. You
That's
know
awesome.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Parlay? Does it mean something to you? How did you come up with that name Parlay?
Yeah. So parlay, according to the Urban Dictionary and how I used it, you know, growing up, it just means to like it's chill, it's lounge type of, you know, relaxed type of vibe. And I want my garments to speak that, like they are for just relaxing, chilling. They're super minimal. Like, there's not a lot of like patterns and stuff. It's, you know, earth tone colors, like it's all natural, laid back, you know. So that's how I settled on parlay.
Okay.
Loungewear.
Based on how parlay and how the materials are made and what you want for it, what shoes do you see yourself rocking with them? Like, what kicks do you see? Because, you know, I always got to bring it back to the kicks. So what kicks do you foresee, like, somebody rocking with parlay? Is it some, like, I'm not even going to try to guess. You tell me. What do you see? How do you see people rocking it? Or, I mean, maybe you don't have that, but do you?
Yeah. So of what I have so far, I see something. It's a little bit of the Y3 sandals. So again, going back to that laid back, chill. I'm on the island, so you know you got to have that island vibe to it.
Absolutely.
So it's very minimal. Nothing too fancy or anything like that. I actually there's a guy out here who he makes handmade sandals.
Okay.
I think it's called out of Abaca. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
We'll get that. We'll get that name officially for you.
Yeah. Abacca. But it's it looks like almost like wicker material.
Okay.
Right? But
almost like
sandals.
Almost like the Mexican hand woven sandals. Similar to those. Yeah.
So it's like that, but Filipino. And I got some the other day and super comfortable. And the whole handmade, organic kind of goes with the whole vibe I'm going for. So I see something like that. You know, I don't know if I see like shoes. I mean, you could throw on some shell toes or some beef and brocks. Those go
right?
The beef and broccolis.
Yeah. They don't
know. You still got some beef and broccolis?
I do still have beef and brocks, but I need to get a new pair because actually I've had them since I was in like high school. But so if you don't know what a pair of beef and brocks are, it's a Timberland field boot in a brown and green, similar to beef and broccoli, like a Chinese food. So hence why they're called beef and brocks. I like to give people a little history lesson when they do this. When they leave, they feel like, man, you know what? I learned something today. So
the beef and brocks. Everybody had the beef and brocks.
Shout out to New York too.
What were the original Tims called?
The Butters or the Constructs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Butters or the Constructs. So yeah.
We also called the Air Force Ones
Uptowns. We call them. See, okay, so that's a regional thing, and I was going to do an episode on that, and I'm glad you said that because I'm originally from New York. And I moved to Virginia when I started high school. So I was really calling them Uptowns because we called them Uptowns and you guys call them Fatheads. People, I think, in the South call them like Forces. So it's a regional thing. Air Force One, Forces. Yeah. So like that whole sneaker culture is just very, very regional. Like it's super regional. Yeah. So I can tell where you're from just by what you call a sneaker, and you can as well. So
they're Fatheads.
Yeah, Uptowns. Uptowns.
So, and then you put like you change the laces out. You put the fat laces, the different colors.
We didn't do that. We didn't switch the laces out like that. We didn't.
Plain Janes.
We didn't put the fat laces in them though. So,
Okay.
but I remember we used to wear the 10s with like 2 laces. Like I remember we used to lace them all floppy, the laces all flopping all around all over the place, kind of loose. You couldn't choke your sneakers, but now
that's the unwritten rule, bro.
You could not choke your sneakers.
Even when I'm tying my basketball shoes, now I gotta think twice.
I was like,
but I gotta
don't want to go too tight, but I gotta make sure they stay on.
Ankle snap, but like off court, that's an unwritten rule, bro.
Yep.
Like you can't
choke them.
You know,
you can't choke.
Can you choke Chucks?
I think you could choke Chucks, not choke, but you know what? So I was talking to somebody about this. I really do like the look when girls tie the Chucks around the ankle and get the laces really long. I like that, but I just feel like you should buy a longer lace so you don't have to choke them. But I think that's the only shoe you can get away with choking them because it doesn't change the integrity of the shoe.
Yeah, I feel like because they're canvas,
right?
Like they're flexible like that. Kind of goes with the whole. Let me ask you, bro.
Okay.
What's your favorite shoe right now?
Right now.
No. Okay. What's your favorite Adidas shoe?
Okay, my favorite Adidas shoe right now, to be honest with you, is the Sean Weatherspoon Super Earths, the new ones that just came out. Ooh.
I haven't peeped those. I gotta Google it.
The Sean Weatherspoon Super Earths, and then the Yeezy All Black 700s. The alien looking shoes. Not the alien ones, but like they came out in like white and blue, and they also came out in black. It's a 700. It's like a thicker bottom. They kind of glow in the dark a little bit. I love those.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I love those.
Yeah.
And then also the Yeezy Slides, man. I can't lie. The Yeezy Slides are like hitting on all the chords for me. Like I've been wearing the hell out of mine this summer. Like I'm beating mine up. I got to chill out a little bit on them. And then
it's because you got to clip your toenails, bro. They're like scratching at the end.
Stop with this propaganda because people gonna think like I got ugly toes and stuff. Because you gonna hear one episode and going in on my feet.
They're comfortable for real though.
No, they're super comfortable.
Like that.
Like you know me, I don't wear slides like that. Like I honestly, because of those, I really don't even want to wear my Nike slides. Those like Nike slides, Yeezy slides. So that's how you know. With it. And my favorite shoe right now is not like a super popular shoe. I mean, it is super popular. My 2 favorite shoes right now are the Fire Red Jordan 4s right now. And then also I have these SB Blazer Low Starfish colorway. Those are my 2 favorite shoes right now. You know me, I'm not like a super hype beast or anything like that. But those are my 2 favorite. Like I'm rocking the hell out of my Blazers. I'm rocking the hell out of my Fire Red Jordan 4s.
Yeah. So, what you got on right now though?
I got my
let's see what
I got my Rodman tee right now.
Okay.
I actually have no shoes on right now.
So you got the toes out.
Oh my God, this is
Let me show you, bro. I had to rock these. I haven't worn them in a while.
Let's see what you got on, man. Let's see what the
feet. I had to bring out the old school.
Oh, I was about to ask. Okay, so I was gonna ask you about those. Not those. How do you feel? Style on them. So how do you feel? Because this is my last thing, and then we gotta wrap it up. How do you feel about Adidas bringing back all the Kobe's, the old Kobe's?
I love it. I think it's only right, you know, given everything that happened. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. I think it's only right. I mean, because he was with Adidas. I don't know for how long.
He was originally with Adidas for like I think 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
I'll get the exact number on that one day.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play in any of them?
These are the only ones I can hoop. These Crazy 8s. I mean, I might.
I mean, they're coming out with the new the OG Crazy 8s, and then they're coming out with the well, they call them the kamikazes, but
hey, if they release here, most definitely.
Because but you know they also have like the Audi Kobe's, the silver ones that look like a car. Not the ones with no laces, but the ones that look like a car that were like super like boxy. I still have those.
I know what you're talking about.
I still have those.
Yeah,
I actually have really close. So I mean, I would never hoop in them, but they're cool to like for nostalgia reasons, but I would never hoop in it. It's too much. It's too
Yeah.
much. Like it just weighs me down. So
Yeah.
man, but I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. It was good chatting up with you. I'm good catching up.
Always.
Let them know your Instagram handle and or where they can get the parlay or when you think about parlays coming out. Like give them a little like a little closing mouse.
Yeah. So I've been Justin Melton. Chris, thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate you. But my IG handle is jmelton7. I'm the crazy looking one on a carpet going like this. And parlay, as far as the clothing brand, probably won't be for like another month. I'm still, tightening some things up.
Are you gonna have an Instagram for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, check out that Instagram for it. Once it comes out and once that Instagram's available, I'll shoot it over to you guys. But yeah. Miles, man, I thank you, man. Truly blessed. Kicks of the Trade podcast. Follow us. Kels will be back next week. Sure. Miss you, Kels.
Miss you, Kels. I never met her. Have a good time. Where's she at right now?
I don't know. She's somewhere enjoying living her best life. I can't remember.
Okay.
She's living her best life.
We
miss you, Kels. Yeah. But
awesome.
Kicks of the Trade podcast. I'm Chris Holloway, C_Hollows, HOLLOWS, House of Trade _INC. Hey guys, get on House of Trade, upload those kicks, make those trades. Follow us, subscribe, like. Tell me what you think about the episode. Show my man Mouse some love, Justin Melton. It was real. See you guys next week. Peace.
Peace out.